So I drove way to school and I told Judge, I'm very sorry, I'm late. I had a family emergency. You can only spam family emergency once. And one time I just left my classmate on scene, and then she thought I was being snobbish. I placed my bag outside the classroom. Then I just go CR and never come back.
Welcome to Beyond the Call, where we get to know Sofians both in and outside the workplace. I'm your host Adrian, and today we're joined by...
Hey guys, my name is Justin. I've been with Sophie for 4 years, running 5, tier 2, and my shift is 9 to 6, and I'm a law student, 3rd year. Hoping to pass, hoping to graduate.
Walk us through your day-to-day cycle, I guess.
I found a system that works for me. So usually I go from my work from 9 to 6, and after 6 o'clock a.m. I clock out of work and drive to Lazy Body's gym to work out for 130 minutes. And after that, I drive back at around before 8 to home, eat breakfast, and try to sleep at 8, and wake up at 3 or 4 to do some small studying, and go to class at 5:30 while trying to listen to audios while driving to class. Just trying to, get by the whole day. So that's usually my day, how it goes on a normal day with work. Without work, I just do the workout and more on studying.
So it really revolves around any free time you have, you study.
Yeah, it has to, because as they say in law school, the law is a jealous mistress, so I have to keep courting it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a saying from American justice, but yeah.
What's a phrase that you've used in class that was more corporate jargon, or please hold? Yeah.
I actually did on recits. I actually said please hold on my recit. It was so funny because I was trying to recall a case, and it was a Aquino case where it talked about the plunder, and then I said please hold. I'll get back to that later. And then my teacher found out that I worked in a BPO, and I was like, oh, because my teacher was actually also worked in a BPO before. He shared us his life. That's why I was like, damn. That's why I kind of was amazed, because now after saying those words, the whole class revolved about his story, and I'm like, yes, I don't have to continue the class. So he talked about his story, about his experience in Cebu, and that's how the whole class ended with me not doing recits, because I actually triggered his happy memories with his working student life before.
It was a smart pivot.
It was a tactical move, but somehow it works.
You mentioned today that your schedule kind of starts, I don't even know where it starts. Starts in the evening for work, and then evening for classes, and then
5:30 for classes, and then I usually end class at 8:30. Sometimes it extends, but I usually just leave the classroom. So when it's around 8:15, I place my bag outside the classroom. Then I just go CR and never come back. I'm not advocating that, but it's a tactic.
But wasn't there a time where you had to go to your classes, work first and then classes?
If work first and then classes, I think before, when I started law school, I was a morning shifter before, and I waked up at 7, from 7 to 4, and then from 4 to after 4 o'clock, I go 5:30 classes, and there was a time for that, and it was all right. You had a morning life, but I felt it was really unfair, because morning shift with my account usually is active at night shift, and it felt unfair I felt really I wasn't doing anything, so I actually asked for it to be night shift, so I can actually, I have this I feel very, very bad, or very I have this conscience saying, I'm paid to work, so I want to be a night shift, because that's where the action is, and at the same time, I couldn't have chica. Is chica English word? I couldn't have those talks with my agents, because they're all night shifts, so I usually get sleepy in the morning shift, so that's a tactical move for night shift. That's why after one sem in first year, I switched to night shift.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really it was like a breath of fresh air.
how'd you stay awake for your classes before, like when you were a morning shifter?
In my yeah, besides caffeine, um, does bubblegum work? Because like my classmate has this like special like bubblegum wherein it's not caffeine but it has like it's for drivers to stay awake. So I usually ask like 5 pieces of those and like I kind of yeah. Yeah, I always like the guy always has it, and I'm like, okay, that's another way for me to stay awake. And then energy drinks really work well. I had this phase when I had to like always drink Monster energy drinks, which was the bad move because like they're expensive as hell. So but aside from that, I think the usually those bubble gums really help like keep you awake. If not, I recommend like trying to like push your thumb through your legs to like stay awake because like we have to stay awake in class because like if you're really like we're only few in our course, so if you really are sleeping, you are sleeping. So you gotta like try to stay awake. Yeah, but sometimes I just try to, look at my phone or like try to doom scroll in class while not being seen. That's another way to stay awake. Yeah, I have to. But yeah, that's usually my way to stay awake.
You mentioned that you sleep after working out, right?
Yeah.
And then you wake up around 3, 4. When do you eat? Like your meals? Do you have time to eat? Or?
Yeah. I usually like when I study, I record myself when I study, and like when I read some provisions, I record myself, and this is actually something I learned from Ate Che, from HR. Like she was telling me about like she recorded herself talking, and I was like, that's kind of smart. So I tried doing it, and every time I I eat, I play a recording or play a audiobook. And at the first week, it was really bad because like I don't like hearing my voice, because like my voice is like really terrible. But like you get used to it. So yeah, I have time to eat. I'm a very fast eater, so I eat fast and then like just keep like everything I do just keep on listening, because like I'm an active listener, so I can also learn by listening. And I usually take 15 minutes to eat, then try to sleep before 8, because like I realize that if I use my phone, like this is like another technique. If you want to sleep, like don't use your phone. It's okay to listen to stuff, but just try not to open some screen time, and you can sleep on time. But yeah, that's how I was able to try to sleep at 8 sharp.
So between that, you school, work, do you cook your own meals since you go to the gym, right? So you're trying to
I do meal preps, so I have when payday comes, usually 25th is where I usually buy a huge stack of groceries and I prep the meal for the whole month. So yeah, like the freezer sometimes is full of chicken breast or maybe like some nice ready to like heat up meal. So I think before I go to class, I put down like maybe one package downstairs, and now I'm kind of like obsessed with some like fast-paced burritos, because like I saw like a TikTok about it, and I realized like like burrito has everything. So I just spam the burrito and put it in the freezer, then put it down when the day starts, so I can eat it like when school starts. I only eat once a day. That's the only issue. Yeah, oh man, because like I only eat breakfast, and when my day starts going, the only thing I can usually drink is black coffee. But sometimes the pantry food like really is a savior for me, man. Like especially the peanuts, like brain food, but it's kind of like it's a savior. Like there's so many times like I was so hungry, but then I see peanuts, I'm like, yes, I can take some, but not all.
Okay. Well, man, it's such a busy day. 3 years. You've done it for 3 years. Yeah. Amazing. Obviously, we're not allowed to use our phones during our shift, and then when it's your break time, that's the only time you can look at notifications. Yes. What's like one notification that you saw from law school or your professor that you had to reply quickly? Or
I remember it was in labor law, and it was so funny because like after the final exams, this professor really loves to like post the top students, and then like we were like he was sharing a lot of things. Then he posted it, it was my break time. I think it was almost end of my break. So like he posted like the top, and I think I made it in the top 3. So on labor law, and then I wanted to like reply, like my classmates like spamming me congratulations, and I was like, I got work. And one time I just like left my classmate on scene, and then she thought like I was being snobbish, and then I told her like sorry I got work, but like I'll see what I can reply. But yeah, that's one notification, and then after that, the professor asked me to do something which I can't do because I have work. But I replied to him like on after work saying, hey, sorry for late response, just finished work, but I'll get this ready with the dean's office as soon as I can. So yeah, timing does happen because like usually updates happen at nighttime. I have work at nighttime.
True.
So sometimes I have to like see the surprise. Either it's a good surprise or a bad surprise.
Besides the gym, do you have any other hobbies that you're currently doing now?
Usually, if besides the gym, on like a day we're in, because I plot my rest days on the weekdays. So that means like on the 2 weekdays, or no, 3 weekdays, I won't have any work, and on the rest day, Saturday, Sundays, there's no class, so I can like oversleep that time. That's where I can catch up my sleep. So with those like weekends, if I like, I'm really free. I have like this piano I keep on playing just to get used to. I usually play chess, and like now recently I was elected and part of the council, so I have like a lot of responsibilities now. So yeah, like it gets really packed, but I mean, as I say to myself, like you find time for the things you love. So if you really love something, or if you really love like this certain someone or this certain thing, you really love it, you'll have time for it. So it's just about like budgeting what you want to sacrifice.
Wow, words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom, yeah.
Do you, when you watch shows or movies, not exactly about being a lawyer, but that has the law involved in it, do you catch yourself correcting what? Because usually I see mistakes happen in the medical field where like they use tubing for the washing machine for something like that. But I know that in law it's very technical. Do you catch yourself being like, that's not right, that's not the right law, or?
Yeah, sometimes like but then I had to realize like usually laws are different from what we have here. Like it's a concept in persons and families, like processual presumption, wherein if you can't prove that the law exists in abroad, the Philippines will take it as their own law. So like if I say divorce, we don't have divorce here. Mm-hmm. So if you divorce your partner abroad, you have to prove that the law exists abroad, and you have to like do some steps to show that the Philippine court, so you can remarry. Because if you don't, you will be charged with bigamy, and you can't really like remarry in the Philippines because that's how it works. So sometimes I do see some laws like kind of different, but then it's U.S. laws. So I'm not really that like skilled with U.S. laws. Like I think it would be different if medical, because like human body from America is the same as a human body in the Philippines. Because like I mean some differences of course, but like usually the treatments for like common colds is kind of like the same, and like kidney stones is kind of the same. But like with laws, it's kind of different because like we have our own different laws in each country, so I can't really judge, but I get amazed by the loopholes that they make. Mm-hmm. So like like I've watched a lot of like shows with like law is the concept, usually Suits, Lincoln Lawyer, Legally Blonde, and I'm amazed by their I didn't study their law, but I'm kind of amazed by their loopholes they did, and it makes me like my course a bit more if I can pull off that loophole.
It's like the magic trick.
Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah, it's outsmarting someone, or yeah.
I know it's your finals week, correct? What's the most passive aggressive but still professional thing that you've said to a customer that was about your stress, but they didn't exactly know about that?
This won't be held against me if it just gets QA'd, right? I mean, it already passed. Like I think last year. Yeah, so it's fine. But I didn't think it's passive aggressive, but I accidentally, um, well, what happened was when the customer or the guest, moreover, like mentioned the law, and I had to research the actual law, and I found out like it only applies because of like these types of corporations. So it was really passive aggressive that I informed the guests like, hey, we've noticed you've attached this article. However, please note that um, these certain laws are only subject to these kinds of businesses. However, our like corporation functions differently and uses these types of amusement taxes, which is not part of the levy that the NYC has placed over. So it was really passive aggressive. I had to like research the law and have to like tell the guests, hey, you're kind of wrong because like we're not like doing that kind of tax. It's a different tax bracket. And then the guest like said, yeah, tax is tax. And then but luckily I was correct. I asked the client, was this right? And the client said, yeah, you're right. We're actually different tax bracket. So I'm like, oh damn, my degree kind of helped.
Yeah, that it saved you.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad that ticket was never QA'd, because like if it was, I'm pretty sure I would have been marked for being rude. But you can't take away that PB from 1 year ago, I guess. So it's already given to me.
So how do you balance after school activities? I know like study groups, study sessions after, but then you kind of have work. So when do you fit that into your schedule?
I follow like scheduling, like like reservation style. Like my friends usually ask if I'm free this time, and I'm very grateful for them because like they adjust to my schedule, so they know my work time, they know what times I'm free, and they adjust it. So we have like our group study sessions there around like afternoon, or if not afternoon on like my rest days, wherein like I don't have like a heavy work, so I can just study in the morning. So to adjust, I think when it comes to law school, there's not much events that happens. Like we actually just like show events there if you guys want to join, but after we're not really forcing you for events because we know like how busy your life would be, because like we have others who are like working students also, and who just wants to like become an attorney someday, hopefully. So we don't really force events, but there are like events that we have to like force, like Founders Week or intrams. But we try to be active, because if we're not, the school gets mad at us because they'll think, well, you're not special. You should please join. But yeah.
You guys still, oh no, you guys still join the intrams. I still see law students play, and then
Yeah, it's kind of sometimes unfair because like we're like most of my classmates are like not really old people, but some are really old people. So you got like really old people versus like young people, and unless like you're playing chess, I'm pretty sure like we're losing that. We're just there for like just representing ourselves. It was so but even pickleball, I think not pickleball, like there was one sport that we lost so hard. Like I think the score was 0-34. Yeah, it was so bad. And I think one from my other classmate also said like when they had intrams with Dota, they lost from 11 to 60, 65. 60, yeah, like that was like a very big gap. So we're just like sending memes saying we're trying our best.
what's the worst physical symptom you've shown after class and then going to your shift? Like puffy eyes, maybe forgetting your own name.
My account is non-call, so it's like I usually just like all emails. And I went to class with a sore throat, and it was my fault because like the gossip at work was really good, and I really loved, like I was laughing a lot. That when I woke up, like I think it was my fault because I went to sleep without drinking water, so accumulated. When I wake up, I'm like my throat is just damaged now. Like I think you have that feeling like you don't have a sore throat, but you can feel it coming. You can feel the fever coming. Yeah. And I know it was my fault because I joined the gossip. So now like I had to like buy some Strepsils and just try to hope it works. If not, I'm gonna have a very bad. It was my Monday. This was my Monday for work, so I have like 5 more days to keep going. So I'm like, like I can't sick leave now, and I don't really want to sick leave because I want to keep the streak going. So let's just let's fight through it. And it's really bad because like we have recits every day, so I had to like force my voice out even though it was cracking. Like the next day it was really cracking, so I had to force my voice out even on recits. Yeah, it was my fault though, because like the gossip was too good, and that's the one way to keep awake and work. Because like if you have like really nice teammates who have nice gossips, and you just join in, and yeah, we have to keep ourselves awake.
True, true. So what's like the smallest, dumbest lie you've ever said to? Well, let's start with your professor. What's like the dumbest lie you've told them that they believe?
That they believe.
Yeah.
So I got this reputation for like usually being like super approachable and like always assisting with the dean's office. So there's one time I was late for class and attendance, and the professor doesn't really check attendance if you're late. So I came in there and told the professor, hey, I had to like assist the dean's office. I'm very sorry if I'm late. And the professor like just checks my attendance, like checked it there. The fact is, I was actually late because I read the professor's text saying, no class no class tomorrow. That's what I thought. That's what I saw. I'm like, okay, no class tomorrow. Just read it once. It actually is for the class tomorrow. So I in my mind because like what professor would say for the class tomorrow when you're gonna be class tomorrow anyway? So I assumed like it's no class tomorrow. So I read it as no class tomorrow instead for the class tomorrow. So I'm like, oh my god. So when I woke up, like around 6:15, 6:30, because my classmate was calling me saying, you're not in class. Why? Like I thought you were joking. There's no class. There's just class. There was actually class. So I went to the car, drove to school, and 6 p.m. is very like very hectic. So I had to drive. Take the shortcut, cross the bridge, park my car illegally, and go to class, and then just spin out like the joke, not really joke, but my excuse about like assisting the dean's office. It's like the number one that the professor believes. There's like the worst one, but that's like the number one.
And they wouldn't even question it because why would they question?
Yeah, who would question me? Yeah, I mean that's. The other ones are just like this one is the funniest. The other ones are like the worst because like lawyers we kind of like bend the truth, and the other one is like I can't really say that much, but long story short, this one was another one. I'm just gonna pivot a bit because I need to share this. So I set my alarm. I was very tired this day, so I didn't have that much sleep because I was studying for a finals in civil procedures, so I didn't have sleep. And I set my alarm for like consecutively. So 4:30, 4 o'clock, no, 4:30, 4:40, like until like 5:30. So in my tired state, because I was gonna sleep now, I set it for a.m. not p.m. Yeah, so I was late. No finals. So I woke up around 6:30, and mind you, the finals started at 5:30. So I drove way to school, and I told Judge, like, Judge, I'm very sorry, I'm late. Like I had a family emergency. You can only spam family emergency once. Like you cannot spam that. Like I had very family emergency, and then insert like an old family emergency you had before, which is not lying because like it's true. I had. Even the words like I had a family emergency, which wasn't lying, which I had. So judge allowed it, but he said that you only have like 1 hour to finish. So it's a written exam, so my hands were hurting, but I actually just finished it on time, then passed, and then I don't know why my grade was high in that subject, but like this was the most funniest. That's one of the excuse, like I don't see it topping the dean's office thing, but I see it as like being very scummy, because it is kind of scummy, because like it was my fault because I set the alarms at a.m. not p.m. And I did it so many times, like the AM PM alarm, that yeah, that's why I had like ask someone in the house, like, please wake me up if you can, because like I have classes. Always assume I have classes on weekdays, even if I don't, unless I tell you I don't have class. But please wake me up. Yeah, that's why I have like I really I don't trust my phone anymore to wake me up.
For me, I set my phone to military time, just so that I don't have to check if it's AM or PM.
Sure, I should do that. But then, yeah, I should set it. But I'm always confused with military time. That's why I never used it. I think I should get used to it, because
You can use it pretty quickly.
yeah, that's why I didn't. That's why I'm always annoyed. Like, okay, what time is 5 p.m. in military time? 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I'll do that in the future. Thanks for the recommendation, brother.
Let's say you had, I don't know, 2 hours between class and work, or vice versa. Which one would you do? Or, sleep or shower?
I would shower. Not gonna lie. Like, I tried. I don't know if you tried, like, 2 hours before work. You kind of sleep and you wake up so groggy. So I would really use shower first, and then pray the caffeine or the coffee stick. Cause I have like a packet of Nescafe sticks in the car. So I just maybe if it's gonna be a long work day, or if you do OTs, I'm just gonna like get like maybe 5 sticks and just drink it. Cause like, of course sleeping 2 hours is nice, but then it's just waking up from the 2 hours, and I don't wanna drive to work half asleep. Because I did it once, and I was like, I actually tried after class. I was dismissed early, so I slept for like an hour and a half. When I woke up, it was like I was still sleepy in the car, and I'm like, this is not safe for other people. So I'm not gonna risk it. So I chose to, like, okay, let's just take a bath. That's all, like, and I just hope the water wakes you up, or hope the caffeine works. So yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Adrian.
It's like the first handshake for the podcast. Very law student, I know.
Because it's thanks for having to hear me out, and your time is also valuable. That's why.
I feel like I'm not gonna get go. I feel like I should bill you like right after.
I mean, you could, like, after I graduate. I think I'll send you a bill.
Alright, thank you so much. If you guys want to see more of Justin, make sure to follow the channel wherever it is. We'll link it down below, up above, wherever this video goes. Alright, thank you.